My fiancée thought she was clever texting her ex during our engagement party, and at first I wanted to believe I was wrong. I wanted to believe I had imagined the way her eyes kept dropping to her phone, the way her thumbs moved quickly under the table, the way she tilted the screen away when I passed behind her. People were surrounding us with love that night, clinking glasses, telling us how beautiful we looked together, giving us their blessings, while inside my chest something was breaking. This party was supposed to be the beginning of a lifetime, a night where both of our families stood under one roof celebrating our promise to each other. I had asked my parents to fly in, and her closest friends had decorated the room with string lights and flowers. We had a table stacked with food and champagne, and there was laughter filling every corner. I remember thinking for a moment that this was everything I had hoped for, but the illusion shattered the second I caught the reflection of her screen and saw a name I knew too well. At first I told myself not to ruin the night, not to jump to conclusions. I smiled for pictures, posed with friends, gave little speeches thanking everyone, but my stomach was twisted tighter with each glance I caught of her hiding her phone. The hardest part was the look on her face when she read his messages. It was a softness I had not seen in her eyes for me in a long time, a warmth I thought belonged to us, but in that moment I realized it never fully did. I wanted to confront her right there in front of everyone, but instead I swallowed the anger. I smiled and let people hug us, while inside I was asking myself, why would she invite him into our night? Why would she let him sit like a shadow between us? Why promise me forever while keeping a piece of herself chained to the past? When the party ended and the last of the guests left with hugs and goodbyes, I asked her to step outside. The cold winter air hit us both, but it was not enough to cool the fire burning in my chest. I asked her directly if she had been texting him. She froze for a second, then forced a laugh, said it was nothing, just an old message, a silly hello from the past. But her eyes gave her away. My heart knew it was not nothing, because nothing does not steal your attention from the night you promised your life to someone else. Nothing does not make you smile like that. Nothing does not need to be hidden. I told her trust is not about rings or ceremonies or parties. It is about what you do when no one is watching. It is about the choices that define who you are when temptation whispers. I told her she had broken something tonight, something that could not be glued back together with excuses or nervous laughter. She grew defensive, then angry, then quiet, and in that silence I realized she did not deny it because she could not. The car ride home felt endless, the headlights from passing cars flashing across her face while she stared out the window, and I stared at the ring on her hand, feeling like I was staring at a lie. All the voices of the night still echoed in my ears, the congratulations, the laughter, the speeches about our bright future, and I sat there knowing that future was already cracked before it even began. That night when she fell asleep, I stayed awake staring at the ceiling, asking myself questions I never wanted to face. Is love enough? Is commitment enough? Is forgiveness enough? I thought about the way she had looked at her phone with that light in her eyes, and I realized I had not seen that light for me in far too long. Maybe she thought she was clever, maybe she thought I would never notice, maybe she thought she could balance her heart between two worlds, but worlds always collide, and when they do not only break each other, they destroy everything around them. I do not know what will happen next. I do not know if we will make it to the altar. I do not know if I can keep building something with someone who is still holding on to a ghost from her past. What I do know is that tonight taught me a truth. I cannot unlearn love, cannot survive without honesty. It cannot survive with secrets buried beneath fake smiles and clever lies. No matter how careful someone thinks they are, the truth always finds a way to rise. So yes, she thought she was clever texting her ex during our engagement party, but her cleverness ended the moment I saw her for who she really was, and now I have to decide if I am strong enough to walk away or foolish enough to stay.